Hi, and welcome to Exploring Big Names and Backroads with Shelley. This is a little video that I put together documenting my trip to Hawaii. It was a 14-day cruise. It was through Carnival. It was on the Carnival Radiance. It's called a Journeys Cruise because it's so long. We left out of Long Beach. That was our first day. And this is the ship, the outside of the ship. We had a balcony, but it was in February of 2025. So to be honest with you, the balcony to me was, you couldn't really go out and sit on it and enjoy because the weather was cool. And it didn't get warm until we got closer to the islands of Hawaii. So we spent the first day at Long Beach. That's when we embarked. And then there was day 2, 3, 4, and 5 that was spent on the ship on the way to Hawaii. This is Maui that we're pulling up to. That would be day 6. When we got to Maui, we rented a car. So here's Maui. We rented a car. We had to go to the airport to rent the car, so we Ubered over there. I'm going to tell you, if you want to rent a car and you're on a ship, make sure you reserve it ahead of time. And that's our ship, the Carnival Radiance. So while we were on the island of Maui, we just took a drive around. We wanted to sightsee and see some things. So it's absolutely beautiful island. This is where we ended up at a waterfall. It was just alongside of the road and it said waterfall. We got out and we took a little hike up to this beautiful waterfall. There were not a lot of people on this trail, so I was happy about that. It was just a nice, quiet hike to a waterfall. After a day of driving around, we returned the car and came back to the ship for our dinner. We do the your time dining, which is any time between 5:30 and 9 o'clock, and you check in on the app, and they tell you when to come down. This is Honolulu on Oahu. We stopped here and did some sightseeing. And we went to the beach while we were there. They had a free shuttle that took you down to a shopping area, which was across the street from the beach. We were more interested in the beach than we were shopping. However, we did walk around a little bit. I didn't show that here. This is the street that we were on when we got off the ship. There's the tail of our ship. Hawaii is a beautiful place, I have to say. We made it to the beach. This is the beach that we went out. We brought our own snorkel gear and we went out and we snorkeled. It was an absolutely beautiful day. It was my first time swimming in the Pacific Ocean. These are all things that have been on my bucket list, so I'm sharing them with you. This is me and my sisters playing in the water. I'm not in that picture, sorry, because I was taking the picture. But yes, we really enjoyed our day, and of course the water does tire you out. When we were done, the free shuttle had stopped running, so we had to get an Uber back to the ship. So we Ubered back to the ship, and we're headed back again to take a shower and plan for your time dining. The next day, we were headed to Kauai. And all these islands are absolutely beautiful. This is a rainbow that I got as we approached the island of Kauai. It was absolutely gorgeous. The clouds did lift later and the day became quite beautiful. If Hawaii's on your bucket list and you are limited in fundage, I suggest a cruise. The cruise was not as expensive as one would think. You should check into it. It's a nice way to see some of the islands and not have to worry about paying for food or a hotel. You just always go back to your ship. We took a little walk out on the island. This was a guy selling, I think it was coconuts. I'm not sure. Yeah. And we just walked around, and there were some shops there at the port where we docked. And there's the ship where we docked on Kauai. And then we were back on the ship. This will be the 9th day. The 9th day we were headed to Hilo. We approached Hilo. This is off the deck of the ship. It was extremely pleasant around the islands. The temperatures were in the 80s. It was absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. On the ship, they do like to make animals out of towels. So I took a few pictures of that. They're really cool. These were tall as humans. You might see here shortly coming up, us standing beside them. It takes a lot of work to do this, but it's really cool that they do it. Anyhow, so we're on, this is Hilo that we're coming up to. The Carnival Radiance was a nice ship. Again, like I said, we had a balcony. We did enjoy ourselves. I wasn't thrilled with 4 days at sea there and back, but we took some games and we played games and stuff, and they have shows, of course, and things to do. More of the ship here. This is my friend Tiffany. So you can see how big those towel structures are. This is us, my sisters and I. I'm in the middle. And now on Hilo, we are at the it's a national park, National Volcanoes Park. This is where you see the volcanoes always on the news that are spewing. This is that place. We were there. It was not actively erupting, but as you can see, it was very hot. And yeah, this is us at the overlooking the Volcanoes National Park. It was absolutely stunningly beautiful, and it is amazing. That's my friend Tiffany. It is amazing the size of that place. So we had a rental car again. We did not do the excursions on the ship. And the reason being they were very expensive, and there were 4 of us, so. And then we drove down the road. We were on our way to the Black Sands Beach, and we stopped, and you can see on the ground little puffs of steam coming up out of the ground in various places, and different places we could stop at an overlook and just kind of look down into Volcanoes National Park. And again, it was breathtakingly beautiful. I highly recommend, if this is on your bucket list, that you get to see that. We took our time and enjoyed. To be honest, we needed to be back on the ship at a certain time, and we were barely on time after returning the rental car, but it was worth every bit of it. Okay, so we're finishing up here at Volcanoes National Park. This is down the road from that, like I said, on our way to the Black Sands Beach. And the Black Sand Beach, the sand is from volcanoes, so it's black. It's literally black. Now, you're forbidden to take any of that home with you, so you can't just pick it up and take it with you. So this is us. This is the Black Sands Beach. I know it might be a little difficult to see, but yes, the sand is completely black. And this is a place where the turtles come to nest, and you will be severely fined if you bother the turtles. So we took a walk around here and we just enjoyed the Black Sand Beach on Hilo. Again, stunningly beautiful, stunningly beautiful. There were some turtles there that day. They had them roped off and we couldn't get near them. They were nesting. So absolutely, without a doubt, one of the most beautiful places that I've been to. Guys, I really hope that you enjoy this video. I enjoyed sharing it with you. I hope that you will like and subscribe and help me grow this channel and showcase some beautiful places. I know that this is not your typical travel vlog, YouTube, but this is my style. I hope that you like it, and I hope that you will, again, like I said, like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you don't mind, and help grow this channel. So we're finishing up here. They had a little stand where you could buy some, of course, souvenirs and sodas and different things here at this Black Sand Beach. But this place is just amazing. I just can't tell you enough how much I enjoyed this trip, how much it meant to me. As I said, it was a bucket list item for me. If you have bucket list items, you should do it.